Let's look at the 4 most missed types of problems on Test 1. Keep a couple of things in mind. First of all, these are not the only problems on the test. And secondly, you'll need to use the review materials on Canvas and other resources to help you prepare for the entire test. So let's count down. At number 4, we have finding the total finance charge. Rob bought a $32,000 car. He made a $5,000 down payment, and then he made monthly payments of $650 for 4 years. Find the total finance charge. First, let's find how much Rob needed to borrow. The car cost $32,000, but he made a $5,000 down payment, so he needed to borrow $27,000. $27,000 is the principal for his loan. Rob made monthly payments to the bank to pay off the loan. Let's find out how much he totally paid back to the bank. 4 years is 48 months, and he paid $650 a month, so 48 times 650 is $31,200. That's more than the principal that he borrowed because it's the principal plus the interest that he's paying back to the bank. Now let's find the interest that he paid. $31,200 is principal plus interest, and we know that he borrowed $27,000 in principal. So to find the interest, we take $31,200 minus $27,000, which is $4,200 in interest. We're asked to find the finance charge, and we just found it, because finance charge and interest are the same thing. So the total finance charge is $4,200. Next, coming in at number 3, problems where we're asked to find a monthly mortgage payment. Pat assumes a $253,000 mortgage for 30 years at 7.2%. Set up the formula to find the monthly payment. Here's the formula we need to use. Let's read the problem again and find out what the values are for each of these variables. Pat assumes a $253,000 mortgage. That means that the amount financed, or the principal, is $253,000. For 30 years, that means T is 30, at 7.2%. That's the interest rate, and written as a decimal, it's 0.072. Set up the formula to find the monthly payment. Monthly payments means we're making 12 payments a year, so N is going to be 12. Now if we substitute the values, we will have set up the formula. Notice that the exponent in the denominator, the negative NT, has been written a little bit differently. Since N is 12 and T is 30, we've gone ahead and multiplied the 12 times the 30 to get 360. So the exponent is negative 360. Next, coming in at number 2, writing a percent as a fraction. This is the sort of problem that we need to look at. Write 7 3/8% as a fraction. The tricky part here is that the percent has a fraction in it, and we want to change it to a fraction. Let's focus on the 7 3/8 to start with. We want to write that mixed number as an improper fraction. So 7 times 8 is 56 plus 3 is 59. That's equal to 59/8. Now while that's a fraction, it's not our answer, because we were asked to write 7 3/8% as a fraction. We're trying to write 59/8% as a fraction. Since percent means out of 100, we can write 59/8% as 59/8 times 1/100th. Now multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators to get our single fraction. One last thing to check for is whether we can simplify this fraction. Look to see if there's any number that divides into both 59 and 800. And since there isn't, we're finished. And now, coming in at number 1, the most missed type of problem on the test, finding APR from a table. Simon financed a $1,500 computer for 36 months. The finance charge was $230. Find the APR for the loan. Here's the APR table we'll need to use. And what we'll need to do is take that finance charge, divide it by the amount financed, and multiply that times 100. The finance charge is $230. The amount financed is $1,500. 230 divided by 1,500 times 100 is 15.33. We've rounded to the nearest hundredth because what we're finding is the amount of money that we pay in interest for every $100 borrowed. To use the table, we need to know how many payments were made. We know that it's a 36-month loan, so there were 36 payments. And if we look within the row for 36 payments, we need to find the amount of money that's as close to $15.33 as we can find. And that's this, $15.32. If we read up from there, we'll find the APR, which is 9.5%.